No, it's not Lower Decks.
No, it's not Agony
Kinda.
Booth.
Kinda.
It's not Agony Booth. It's Star Trek Day. Happy Star Trek Day, you guys. What a day we had. So much news, so much things to discuss. But I'm going to do the typical intro. Welcome back to Captain's Quadrant. I am your co-host of many, Captain Joe Dove. With me, as always, our other two co-hosts. That's So Jason, a.k.a. Science Officer Jason, and Emergency Holographic Jason with his glorious, is it floral shirt there?
This is a poppy shirt, actually.
Yes. You growing the poppy in your backyard? Out in Texas? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You gonna, yeah. Isn't that there's a show about that?
I thought it was a Rise of 4 reference.
No,
Well,
it was Hawaii Day reference at my work, so that's what the reference is.
Well, good news. We have Star Trek news. So much to unravel.
Yes.
So much to discuss. Let's kick it off with.
Now, I have to full disclosure with the passing of the Queen today. I missed a lot of the news, so some of this stuff may be the first time I'm hearing it. So.
Oh, great! So you'll be surprised. God rest the Queen's soul. She died at the ripe young age of 96.
Yes, the second longest ever monarch. And
which
as an Australian, she was my queen because we were under the Commonwealth. So yeah, a bit of a sad day.
Yeah,
she was a huge.
And she wore the dress, too. And she wore the dress that looked like a Star Trek uniform that one time, and that was super cool.
Yeah,
she apparently was fairly like Trek.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, she was in an episode of the original series.
Really?
No.
You're cool now. What you could have done in this day and age, you could say that, then not release the show you could call the show back, not release it for a couple of days, and then CGI her in.
Yes.
Just like it.
Yeah, so true. Yes. So true.
She was the Romulan captain, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh dear, Mr. Kirk. You can't have this cloaking device. No, we do not like that.
I thought you were going to say she was there on set day one since she was old enough to have seen the original series.
I would like to see her go toe to toe with Garrick.
Oh my!
Oh wow!
Oh yeah!
Who's better at assassinating?
The man of them about the pair of them.
I would have loved to have seen that wicked grin she had.
Oh,
my queen, are you telling me that we should have all the tea? Yes, all the tea. This is my friend Paddington. Hello.
Do you think she regrets she never actually got to say "off with your head"? Because you're queen.
She said it in front of the mirror at least once in her life. Off with her head. What was that? Nothing, dear.
So, like normal with everything on this channel, we go into tangents. Completely off kilter.
She muttered that every time Camilla left the room. She'd be like, "Off with her head." What? Oh. Nothing, dear. Nothing.
Well, let us get into some of the Star Trek news that I'm so excited about.
Hey, you know what?
Do you want to say one more thing about the Queen?
No, I just want to say, in a way, I get to play the segment because all this news for us is.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You just couldn't the corn hub is coming up too, isn't it?
I don't know. Let's see what the news has.
Oh my God!
Come on, Captain. What do we got?
Our first bit of news is my mom's here. Hi, Mom.
Yay! Hi,
Mom. No, we're gonna get into the Star Trek.
It's always fun
news.
when Cosmic Space Mom shows up.
Yeah, Space Mom. Star Trek Picard Season 3 has a premiere date and a new teaser, and at long last, after years and years of waiting, we got to see the Titan in action. When 709 says engage, it kind of scurried across and then warped.
The Titan A, because we've seen the Titan, but this is the Titan A.
Well, we haven't really seen the Titan in the show. We saw it in the Cerrito, in Lower Decks.
Lower Decks is canon.
Lower Decks is canon?
Lower Decks is canon.
You want to see the live action scene?
Yeah, I want to see a live
the CGI one.
Yeah, that's true.
What about that trailer, though, guys? What did we think about the trailer for what? Let's just put it out there. For Yeah, season 2 was pretty horrific, right?
It started great.
And then it just went off a cliff.
They just spent too much time in the past. Like, come on.
Could have been a 2-part episode. I would have been happy.
Yeah, they could have wrapped that up so quickly.
A lot of wasted space.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the taste in our mouths. How did we all feel watching the trailer, though?
Cosmic Space Mom, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Don't forget the cosmic part, Mom.
Cosmic Space Mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, how like, because I'm watching it and go, oh, that's good stuff. This is good stuff. But I'm watching it with an air of cynicism now. I've got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
As much as it looked all right, there's part of me that's quite reserved about what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
No,
I love the potential of it.
I like that Beverly seems to be pushed to the forefront this time around and that she's the linchpin of the series because Bev has not been treated well for a very long time. And so to see her as literally the first character you see holding a phaser rifle, still looking absolutely stunning.
She held up really well. Well, that's what happens when you're a dancer.
Yes, I don't know. She's
that's
like
the Queen's
secret. She's bathed in the blood of virgins or something. I don't know. Whatever Gates is doing, it looks amazing.
I heard she sacrificed the other doctor to prolong her own life. Season 2 doctor.
You are right, though. It does seem like
somewhere there's a rapidly aging portrait of Dr. Pulaski in her attic.
It does seem like she's the core of what triggers this series, though, doesn't it? That's how they present it in the trailer. Like, she's in trouble and she's called out for help.
Yes, and I like I said, I like Bev with the do no harm, take no crap. I like that.
No,
they all looked great on screen, though. That's
they did. Really like Geordi, Worf, everybody.
We saw everybody except for Brent, and we know Brent's in the season.
He's probably the other Soon that's been running around. Yeah,
wouldn't it be funny if he shows up and I'm Timmy Soon, then somebody shoots him and looks like the villain of the story. And that's just Brent's ultimate troll on the way out, just kind of giving everybody the finger, going, "Bye, guys. Let this be forever known as the time you almost got Brent Spiner."
It's
or
so
what if he plays himself? What if he plays like Brent Spiner on the holodeck? American actor Brent Spiner giving Picard advice.
Oh my God, that would be funny.
Picard season 3 should have been Galaxy Quest.
Wow!
That's the way to send it out. Just be Galaxy Quest.
That would have been great.
Yeah, and I wish and you've seen that interview with Brett Spiner after you've ever watched a Galaxy Quest documentary. He was saying like him and Patrick Stewart went to see it or something. Apparently Patrick Stewart started like, fuck, that's what we should have done.
Shit.
They should have. It would have been amazing.
It's such a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I remember watching Galaxy Quest thinking, wow, I wish that they would have gotten Shatner and Nimoy to do this. That would have been hilarious. Because
it never disrespects the genre.
No, it was fabulous.
Does not disrespect the sci-fi and techno-babble at all. It gave it the greatest respect. The comedy didn't come from that. And that's why, if it was original Star Trek characters, it probably would have been one of the biggest films.
It would have been. It would have been amazing.
Massively.
All right. But we were talking about, I think, the Queen, though?
Yes. She was on the Cerritos last week?
Yes, I believe so. Oh, Mr. Boimler, I do enjoy your hair. Did you dump your head into a bucket of grape juice? Dang, Queen!
All right, so the cool news is we're going to see this all unravel for season 3, the final season. This is going to be the last time we see the Next Generation crew. This is it. Big send-off.
I'm not ready.
And it's going to start on February 18th. It is going to be 10 episodes. That means 10 weeks of our last adieu with the Next Generation crew.
No.
I am, like Jason said, I am cautiously optimistic. The trailer does have me pretty excited, but we've been hurt before. So
we've been hurt before.
I'm not emotionally ready to accept that this is the last time I see them. I'm really not. I'm happy that they're all back together again, but I don't think I'm emotionally ready to tell them goodbye again.
I don't know whether they should end it with their deaths or anything.
I don't know.
We live in such a world now that character deaths are a massive deal because
let
we
them,
have the technologically ability to reuse characters.
Let them go off into the final frontier and explore and just leave it there. It's kind of what I wish they would have done.
Keep him as a
with
voice
Captain
cast
Kirk.
and pump out a new next generation animated series. That's
no. I think they've got to go.
No, they don't.
They have to go into that great.
No, they don't. Shut up, Captain Dev. They don't.
No, we don't agree. There's going to be a mutiny on this ship.
There's going to be a mutiny on my ship?
Yeah, that's so Jason has the ability to kick you, and I fully endorse that idea.
Well, I was thinking maybe they'll go to...
Them's my boys. We don't need to get rid of them.
Yeah. It's hard to say goodbye to people that have basically been the reason that you love this. For me,
yes.
I mean, I fell in love with the next generation, and then retroactively fell in love with Kirk.
Yes,
and you know? Patrick Stewart is a big Beavis and Butthead fan, and he was known to wear the T-shirts on the set during interviews.
Yeah,
which I think is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
I would love to hang out with him and Ian McKellen one of these days.
Yeah,
you'd be leaving that meeting like blushing, going, "Oh my gosh."
I think you'd be waking up
two of the dirtiest old men I've ever met.
Hangover. I think you'd wake up with a bad hangover because I reckon those guys still at their age would know how to party.
Hangover 4, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, and I don't know, throw in Gates McFadden. You know, that would be amazing. Prince Charles, yes. Oh dear, I'm supposed to be somewhere doing something.
There you go. So yeah, okay. What else did they drop, Cap?
They dropped some more gems on us, including Star Trek Strange New World Season 2 teaser trailer. That series is all wrapped up, so it's probably going to be coming right after Picard, but they didn't drop an actual date. They didn't drop
it. That smacks of a May release.
Yeah.
If you look at the way this is definitely a summer tentpole show.
Yeah. And I also think they don't want to overlap like they did last time.
No.
Because I think everybody just got obsessed with Strange New Worlds, and they were like, Picard is kind of,
yeah.
You know, it was funny. I was watching an interview earlier about some of that, and they were saying they were filming season 2 as season 1 was dropping on air.
Yes,
because they got green lit before season 1 had even been aired. So for them, it meant so much because they're starting to get the feedback as they're making season 2.
Yeah.
And so they were all relieved when they're like, "Oh, everyone loves it. We're good now. People are digging our vibe." Kind of. Apparently, it was a huge motivating thing. So
yeah,
I can't wait to see what they've got. I really can't.
And in the teaser that they had, we got to watch Ortega is getting ready for what she thought would be her first away mission.
I felt so bad for her.
Psyched out. No. We're gonna need you to steer the Enterprise through this cosmic gravitational pull. So you just stay behind. Leave that hat somewhere else. Thanks. And I thought that was our good friend KB Games.
Yeah, g'day KB Games.
How you doing, bud?
There we go.
Yeah. This is actually kind of funny. One more thing for my mom. Gandalf would tattoo your butt if y'all did a Hangover Quadrant.
Yes, probably.
Yeah, Ian McKellen. If we hung out with Ian McKellen.
I would gladly donate that area to hang out with Ian McKellen. You know, tattoo Elvish. You know, Gandalf was here or something. I don't know.
So, within this season 2, we have a really cool addition to the engineering room. None other than Carol Kane joining the cast as the head of engineer.
I have not seen this picture. The last thing I remember seeing her in was Scrooge, and she looks amazing.
Yeah, she held up really well.
She looks outstanding.
I've seen her in the Kimmy Schmidt show that Tina Fey.
Yes,
yeah, she was in that. Kimmy Schmidt. But she looks great in this shot.
I'm impressed. I was just saying, I think it's sad to say this, but it's a departure to have an older woman in an ensemble cast like this.
Yeah.
And so I'm really looking forward to it because I love Carol Kane. She was so hilarious in Scrooge. So I just want to see her say, you know, oh look, a self-sitting steamboat, pow.
Yeah.
Cue the Star Trek music. Dun 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 dun.
Did we see her badges? What's that top badge?
It's a self-sealing steamboat.
I don't think so. I think maybe
I don't know if Jace or Joe, if you got it.
No, maybe KB Games. Do you guys know?
KB Games. Probably. If anyone's going to know.
It's going to be KB.
Is that the fairy ghost? Yes, it is. It's the fairy ghost.
It is. Fairy ghost.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree.
Awesome.
She is going to be awesome.
Will be.
I'm looking forward to it so much.
My mother says hello, KB Games.
So that's pretty great. I mean, I think
I'm super excited.
It's never a bad thing to add talent to your show.
No.
And they've added talent there.
Yeah.
Well, Hollywood is often not kind to older women, so I'm happy to see older women getting respect. I don't know.
Well,
it may seem like a weird thing to say, but yeah.
It is weird though if you think of it. Because if you want talent,
it's weird. Something like
why
that.
wouldn't you want experience? Makes better talent.
Exactly. You know, I want to see more mature women get roles like this, and I'm very excited over it.
So here's a good one. KB Games and stuff said, maybe it's a memorial badge.
Could be.
That's a good one.
I think they were
very well be.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe mourning her mentor who died last season, Hammer. That'd be interesting.
Hammer.
Still crushed.
All right, what else happened?
All right, so the next thing is we got behind the scenes glimpses of Star Trek Discovery season 5.
I missed that. I haven't seen that yet.
No. So what is the news? Is it the last one? Is that correct?
No, there was no definitive answer on that. The rumor is that is going to be a 7-season.
I want them to go back to the 7. Stick to the 7.
So
7 seasons.
Yeah, so
it still grinds me. The Enterprise
only had 4, right?
Yeah, 3 complete, correct?
No, 4.
Was that complete?
It had 4.
Was that half?
Yes, it was a full season. It was just
a full season.
Yeah.
So it's so sad that we didn't get the other 3. You know.
Yeah.
But then again, we base upon a concept that is not from the original series.
No.
Because that didn't last, did it?
No. That was 3. Yeah. One more thing. It could be her like a.
I looked for the Bajoran earrings. I didn't see them.
No. But he said it could be
the
like
markings.
Like one of those. Like
I've got it here. And I'm blowing it up, and I can't really tell what it is. It. Looks,
okay. You actually doing
Yeah, it looks. I don't know. Let me run it. I'm gonna run it through a filter and see if I can pull out more.
Yeah. Enhance.
That's
what you're supposed to do. If you're an 80s movie, that's all you just say.
Yeah, enhance.
One of my favorite jokes from Buffy the Vampire Slayer was whenever they were watching a security tape and Cordelia says, "Quick, zoom in on that and enhance," and he looks at her and goes, "It's a VHS
tape." Yeah. There was one released photo. It is Burnham on some type of bike.
Looking BA, by the way. I did see that.
Yeah. And
I love Miller from Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
I love that they're letting her wear dreads. It was so great. The dreads are such a good look for her. I love it.
I agree. And that's going to be.
We were talking about this earlier, weren't we, Jason? It's probably worth mentioning here too. Is about the problem with Discovery as a show, as a concept. It has a flaw, and the flaw being that it's built into the architecture of it that no one's supposed to ever talk about the Discovery ship. Like in a way, when this show ends, if we continue to get Star Trek shows in that, they're not allowed to reference it. Maybe Strange New Worlds references it, but it's a show that kind of live and dies in its own framework. And
if they do Section 31, they can talk about that and a myriad of other things.
Yeah,
we don't talk about Burnham.
Yeah, we don't talk about Burnham.
We don't talk about Burnham.
That's exactly what the future's going to be. That's why I think, and Jason, I'm going to steal words out of your mouth. You said, throwing them in your mouth. You said, you believe, you have a theory that Brian Fuller may have been the architect behind that idea.
That's my idea, yeah. I think so. I think that Brian Fuller came on board. He wanted to create something that was so dramatically different, so he redid the uniforms, he redid the Klingons, and then they kicked them to the curb after 2 episodes, and they were basically left holding this bag of, well, now we've got this, and we have to deal with it. And that's kind of the impression I've had ever since, is that...
It does feel like season 2 and that from then on was a lot of cleanup, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
But season 3 was insane. It was by far the best season on that series.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, with the control.
Well, can they?
Well,
can
that was
they
season
after?
2.
Oh, season 2 was insane.
Okay.
Season 2 was insane.
Well, after like a very not well received season 4, like
yeah,
I have to pull it out, right? They have to really, if they're going to make this go to 7,
it has to be
season
stellar.
5 needs to kick ass.
Yeah, yeah. We'll probably see the return of Giorgio in this season.
I hope so. I would love to see her again.
You know, and they're still in the future, so
yes,
they're probably still mending relationships and building new ones. Maybe they'll bring the butterfly people back.
Future?
Oh, the butterfly people were great.
The butterfly people will be back. Yeah,
I love the butterfly people.
Does the show?
You haven't seen it? You never finished?
I haven't finished. Remember my thing about Discovery? I'm not. No, does the show? I know it's not because it hasn't. Do you believe the series ends in that time frame? In the 3000.
No, I think it goes. They got to go back, close the loop, because that's the miss they had with the Kelvin timeline. They never closed that loop.
They have to close the loop though. What if they don't? What's the problem if they don't?
I don't think that they need to go back.
They could be sleeping with their ancestors. That's the problem.
Oh, after 1,000 years, it don't matter.
I don't think
the DNA's degraded.
I could be. Come on, we could all be. Doing
Michael
that for all we
Burnham
know.
has to be such an afterthought because we never hear Spock. And as Jason had said earlier too, we don't always. Spock wasn't someone going, "Hey, my sister pain in the backside." He doesn't talk about family and stuff. Yeah. But in a way, you kind of got to erase her existence, don't you? In a way, and that's the flaw with the show.
Yeah,
that's the flaw with the show, and I feel like that's nothing like anything else. I mean, any other show can go fly straight to Deep Space Nine whenever they want, or reference it, or everything is kind of. For that is the bastard child. It is the Jon Snow of the Star Trek universe.
Interesting. Yeah. It's true. Yeah.
It's true.
You know nothing, Burnham.
So what else do they have from Discovery, though?
So that's all they got from Discovery right now. So there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. They're filming.
Did we get a release date for season?
We got no release date. They said the crew will be back in the later part of 2023.
Okay. So that also
a hiatus.
Yeah.
So that does mean Strange New World is the summer show.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
That just confirms that, basically.
Yeah.
That's great. Good stuff.
Yeah.
What else is happening?
Well, what else is happening is season 3 of Star Trek Lower Decks, which already began on August 25th.
Which we've already doing our show for.
Yep. And make sure you subscribe if you're listening for the first time. So
this episode was
check out. Yeah.
I haven't talk about it.
Yeah, don't talk about it. I haven't seen it yet. I just finished She-Hulk. So anyway, let me go from disappointment to joy. The sneak peek of the upcoming episode Crisis Point 2 Paradox. In which Boiler has the holodeck movie sequel tries to live up to the original as seen in season 1. This particular
I'm really looking forward to that because that was
such a great episode.
Me too.
Because I really liked that first episode. They did that. So
I hope that they continue making fun of the Trek movies in it because that was my favorite part is just making fun of the movies in such a heartfult way.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. There's nothing nasty about this humor.
No, it's all out of love. No, you never really
all out of love.
Yeah. I mean, even the stuff you'd think that they'd make merciless fun of, like Packlids, they just take it and make it wonderful.
Well, Packlids become a big part of this overseas story arc.
And then they killed themselves.
Yeah. Packlids.
To me, they will go down one of the greatest sets of villains now for me.
Oh, yeah. They're wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Because of Lower Decks.
Yeah. This particular episode that aforementioned, Crisis Point 2, will be on Thursday, October 13th. And there was an image reveal that came with this.
Month away.
Yeah, it's only a month away. Literally. And there was an image reveal which got me very excited because you got to see the USS Cerritos and the Wayfarer.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Version
you have to double take.
Beautiful.
How good is the animation getting? Even their
cartoon
cartoon-like animation.
Looks like E. Yeah.
I just double taked and went,
I love the Sovereign class so much. It's such a beautiful ship.
Yeah.
What do you think makes it so beautiful, though? Is it the curves?
It's sleek.
It, you think?
It's sleek. Okay, so you guys know I do the rating the Star Trek starships, right?
Oh yeah.
There's
that's why we got you for the show.
Yes. There's one thing to me that makes a starship a great starship, and that is it looks good from every angle. The Sovereign looks good from every angle. The Intrepid looks good from every angle. The Constitution looks good from every angle.
Which one's Intrepid?
That's the Voyager.
Oh, you think that looks good from every angle? Okay.
Yes, it does. And
sure.
not only that,
you say Galaxy class.
Yeah, Galaxy class looks good from every angle.
Yeah.
The D.
The curves happening.
No, the Intrepid's actually pretty interesting because to me it looks different from every angle. From one angle, it looks like a bullet. From another angle, it looks like it's got its eyes open, like it's exploring.
And then from one angle, it looks like it's got baby feet and doesn't really go anywhere. The nacelles are so tiny on that ship. It feels like that.
Oh, you think they're baby nacelles?
Yeah, it's got baby nacelles.
Well, you have your right to be wrong, but Didn't really ask.
It's not the size; it's how you use it. All right.
Oh yeah.
My wife's been telling me for decades.
All right. Well, there you go.
Again, you have every right to be wrong.
Likewise. All good.
Well, are they? I mean, are they small nacelles though? I didn't see a side picture here. I'd like
KBG Games had a point. TNG season 3 was a completely different show too.
Yeah, they were growing the beard.
It was a good show.
It was a great show.
As opposed to what came before.
Yeah. And we still have some agony to deal with.
No, look, let me go into the defense of season 2 because season 2
TNG.
It had some good episodes.
Yeah. You have season 1 and the transitional season was season 2 because you went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, I reckon.
Right.
And then season 3 is just the highs of the highs.
Yes.
For a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I'm agreeing.
What else is coming out,
Joe? Let's see. One just got some comments I want to go through. Hope the Vendetta. Vindicta
comes back.
Vindicta comes back. Yes, I would love. Mariner's going to show up and ruin his program. So she's got to come back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they really stepped it up a notch this season.
They have.
Yep.
Lower Decks has never done a bad episode, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So this is in regards to the new Miss Kane's belt.
It looks like a tool belt. Yeah, I could see that. I'm still just curious about this because I tried to enhance it and it just turned into like a big round blob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Akira
class is gorgeous.
Which one is that?
Akira is.
Oh, you have it. Look,
I have it here somewhere.
You've got it there. Yeah.
Defiant's one of my favorites.
Defiant's a great ship.
I love that ship.
Oh, there she is.
Talk about tiny
Defiant
nacelles.
is one of the great ships.
Yeah,
but
it's made to be.
This baby right
here. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Akira this is the best support ship that they have on Star Trek. I love.
And you see how big those nacelles are? I just want
to. You're really fixated on the size of the nacelles.
Okay, listen to me, size queen.
Yes. That's when they also change uniforms.
It's not how big the nacelles are. It's how hot the plasma is.
That's right.
There you go. So.
Now, is the Akira class? Was that from?
First appeared in Star Trek First
Enterprise.
Contact.
Oh, okay.
No, they based the Enterprise off of the Akira, which I thought was kind of weird.
That's clever.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
a backwards clever way.
Yeah.
It's
a beautiful ship. I love it.
And he thinks that it's Miranda class, but sexier.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just a cool looking ship. We'll all agree on that one. The other news, as we continue on this wondrous world, Thursday, October 27th, Star Trek Prodigy returns. And
I know. I was shocked at this one.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a December release. Like, Merry Christmas, kids.
Yeah.
And they'll return to here and on Nickelodeon October 27th.
I'm happy about that. First time I'm hearing it. So awesome. Prodigy is such an underappreciated series, I believe.
It's funny.
I think it's amazing. I love it.
It's got a high rating for a lot of the fans. and a lot of the kids that are coming into Star Trek for the first time love it too. So,
I was telling Jason during our the Power of J Skull that I have had more fourth graders come up to me in the last year saying, "Mr. Gaston, have you ever heard of this Star Trek show? This new show? Have you ever seen it? It's really good." And I'm just, really? Star Trek? I've never heard of this.
Wonderful.
Tell me all about it. It's about these aliens and this blob and this blue kid with a thing out of his back and this big rock monster and they're on this ship and they're running away and it's awesome.
Did you watch any of the clips for it? Did you get a chance to see the trailer?
I watched one. It was called the Transmorphation or something. I don't know. Transmorphation.
Where you basically got is that the bit where we got Janeway chasing Janeway?
Yes, and Murph is in a cocoon for some reason. And is Joe still with us, or is he just really still? Okay, yes, he's still.
I'm still here. Don't worry. Sometimes I get very still.
Yeah.
I disappear. I have my cloaking device.
Joe does not sleep. He waits.
No,
it was a really neat clip. I really like the way that they're having to run away from Janeway now, which I think is just amazing. Yeah. I love the fact that they're all in their uniforms too. They're keeping the uniforms. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
We don't have time, but do you agree my pitch for a Janeway show would work?
I would love to see a Janeway show. I loved Captain.
My pitch for a Janeway show was to make it like a political West Wing type.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah. I'm all for it. I would also like to see he's pulling a Drax.
He was so quiet.
Look at that. He froze. Oh, now he's back. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I would love to see a Janeway show. I would love to see them do a Star Trek Cisco show where Cisco shows up after 30 years. And here's
the reality.
Changed.
You're not going to get him, are you? Because
I know we're not.
He's a bit La La Land now.
No, he's not La La Land. He's fighting for the rights of teachers. You got to give him credit for that. Because he feels the teacher should.
I don't care.
He's a good guy. Don't get me wrong, and I'll take that back. But he's not exactly. He's not really focused on acting.
No, he gave up acting. Okay? That's it.
I want to see him back though.
Yeah, I want to see him back.
I loved Captain Cisco. I love Avery Brooks. I really think he was given a raw deal, and I want to see him back.
I do too. I think, in fact, it still breaks my heart to think the way him as a character ended in Star Trek.
He was it was the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah, he did not die.
We want
he's
him
just doing something else. That's all.
So they took his body and instead of beaming it, they went space dust.
No, he's in the wormhole. He's fine.
But it's fair to say that would be fairly unlikely that's going to happen. But what is likely, what will happen, is something with Janeway. Because she wants in. Even on Star Trek Day today, she was mentioning
she said that she would like her own show.
She would like to do her own show. I think we're going to get it. I
agree.
Realistically, in the next couple of years, we're going to see a Janeway show.
I think it'll be less than a couple of years. I think they're going to end up going, you know what? There's enough base. You've got Harry Kim and what's his name? The buddies in space. They don't
even need to be the old
Tom. Yeah, Tom Paris. They've got their own.
Oh, their podcast, which is great. Not as good as this one, but pretty good.
Yeah, they've got a podcast that's got good fan base, and if you guys are listening, you're more than welcome to come on ours.
Absolutely,
intermingle.
Would love that.
Although Garrett, you have to apologize.
But even though I just said, forget about the rest of the cast, just bring her back.
They just keep making new shows.
You know what? There's also potential for Star Trek Archer. Yeah. I want to know what happened to Jonathan after the Enterprise came back. I would love to see his rise to Federation president. And, you wouldn't even need the entire cast back. You could have, Trip blew himself up, but, have Paul back and not have her just be this eye candy. Have her be, his
ambassador
his trusted
with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
because Jolene Blalock, was such a great actress, and they wasted her so many times just as set dressing.
So they've had another Star Trek Day where they're not dealing with one of the other white elephants in the room. They need to deal with it, probably because they don't know how to do it. DS9, Deep Space Nine.
That's
another year with no news.
One of two. There's another thing, but go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll just go on the Deep Space Nine thing. I think they're finding it very hard to get back into that little universe.
I'm hoping.
I don't know how they can get back into either for us to get in touch with those characters again. I think they're struggling with it, aren't they?
I'm really hoping that when Lower Decks visits Deep Space Nine, that they have some cameos. And
they will,
but
I'm thinking more on a grander scale, like a Quadrant actor.
At least get a foot in the door or something. I don't know. I think
it just seems odd because that's the prestige show, right?
Yeah,
right.
It was such a great show too.
It's my favorite.
But it also had a beginning, a middle, and an end, and you had a pretty definitive ending, and so maybe that's why it's so hard to get back into it.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the other elephant in the room of Star Trek Day was the 4th Star Trek film.
Nothing was mentioned.
Nothing was mentioned.
Because they lost their director.
Yeah.
So I bet you there was something lined up, but once he went back to, where did he go to?
He went to go direct the Fantastic Four.
He's doing Fantastic Four, yeah.
Matt Shankman.
Shankman!
They probably had him already organised to be there that day, and then he's pulled out, and then that's it. Because if you're going to bring in you're either going to bring in a gun for hire now for this 4th film, or you bring in some. Yeah, they put the brakes on it.
Frakes, bring in Frakes. Just let Frakes have it.
Oh, Frakes himself. Yeah. Why wouldn't you let him have it? He's a proven director.
Or you can get LeVar Burton. LeVar Burton directed some great episodes of
I'll give it to
Jonathan Frakes' episodes of Discovery have been fantastic.
True.
In my opinion. And his episodes of Picard have been amazing.
Yes. And don't forget First Contact.
Yes, First Contact.
He can handle
that's the only one that he directed.
At the biggest scale, he is successful in this universe.
Yeah.
So, yes, give it to him.
Yes, I agree.
But, I'll be honest with you. If I never saw another Kelvin timeline movie, I'd be a little bit disappointed, but I wouldn't lose any sleep over it.
I want to see them do at least one more.
I want to see him close the loop.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I don't really care about closing the loop as much. I just think they've missed the boat, guys. It's 6 years since the last one already. We haven't even got this one into production, which means it'd be 8 years between the last one. More realistically, if you keep having delays, 10 years.
Virginia says anything is possible with the magic of money.
Absolutely.
Well, he doesn't want to do it. Throw money at him.
I think Star Trek is hitting all the right marks in all the right places and living where it should be at the moment. Well, in other words, I think double down on these things. I would rather wait and see a Star Trek Strange New Worlds film.
I would love to see that.
I don't think Strange New Worlds would be good as a film.
What? Are you kidding me? It's the most... I think it would be epic.
Yeah. What would you do? Because...
What would you not do?
Would you not do? Yeah. That's whole wide open, I mean, if they're going to take it to a film, the story is going to be on a massive scale. The stakes are going to be the highest. And why can't it be done? It was done in the 90s. It was done well. It was called the X-Files movie. You can do it. You can have a couple of series.
That's not a very good example.
Yeah, it was a bad example. That movie was terrible.
It really was.
Bad.
But in the defense of that movie, the second movie was worse.
Yeah.
So it made the first one look, it made the first one look better in retrospect.
Don't focus on what the actual film was. The idea of having a film in between seasons.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Because it still had its highest ratings as soon as everybody went back to watch X-Files after the movie came out.
True.
And
I think it would work from that perspective.
I think it would too, and it would also be cost saving because the sets are already there, the costumes are already there.
It's a smart thing to do. Paramount doesn't have to invest as much. The problem is the longer you leave it with this Kelvin timeline, negotiations, the film's just going to get more and more expensive.
Yeah.
And then Harry Styles is going to break on set and spit on Captain Kirk. And that ain't
what is up with that? I keep hearing about this spit issue.
I don't know. I've read a couple of vague headlines and I'm checking out.
I'm more concerned with Chris Pine's hair, to be honest.
He keeps looking more and more like Karen every time I look at him.
Yeah, I know. I keep expecting him to see the manager.
And you got to think about Chris Pine is getting on in years.
Yeah.
We're starting to get into 80s Shatner territory.
Yeah.
Well, how long has it been since the... Let's see. The first one came out in what, 2009 or 2009. So it's been 13 years.
2000, and the sequel was
and the last Star Trek came out in '69. So that would be Well, yeah, that's about the distance in between the original series and the first movie.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So the Star Trek Beyond came out in 2016.
That was the last one, but
that was the last one. Yeah.
2009.
Yeah, I'm talking about the very first one. So basically, we've got the same gap between the first episode of Star Trek and the motion picture as we do between the first Kelvin movie and now. So they could technically do the motion picture. That would be kind of a neat one.
Do you think Chris Pine had plastic surgery?
He does look odd.
He looks odd.
Yes.
You know,
I don't like to spread rumors, but I think
all actors have giant heads in real life and all look a bit odd anyway.
Yeah. I think it's the hair, to be honest. The hair is just making it weird. They can let's do a reinterpretation of the motion picture and make it not boring.
Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be. You know what they need to do? Let's stop all the bullshit.
I couldn't believe
remake Doomsday Machine.
That would be
just
amazing.
Do that. Just do that. Whether it be Kelvin, whether that would be your Star Trek Strange New World movie. You know.
Well, let's talk about some of the theories that we thought that were going to happen before today. They didn't get announced. And one that you brought up, Joe, because they're going to throw you directly under the bus. You believed that, and legitimately so, because there were sources coming out trying to say that we would get the original series reboot.
Yes.
And I do not see them doing that for
not yet, at least.
10 years
not yet,
minimum.
Not yet, yeah. Because
it's got to be 10 years away. You've got to let Strange New Worlds play out.
Yeah.
They've got magic in a bottle there, you know. Mm-hmm. So you've got to hold on to that and let that play out in its natural form.
Yeah.
I just don't think we're ready for it. Especially if you also want to play in the Kelvin timeline. Sorry, mate.
No, it's okay. The other thing I was disappointed not to hear was Section 31 and/or Starfleet Academy. Nothing like those are planned.
Starfleet Academy seems like a no-brainer, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, my only question with Starfleet Academy in this iteration would be, is it going to be future Starfleet Academy with Tilly, where the bunch of kids from different alien species end up in really terrible situations and they have to get out of it, like we saw in that one episode of Discovery, or will it be O'Brien's Starfleet Academy, because we know he and Keiko went back to Earth so that he could teach at Starfleet Academy. So that's
even earlier.
Well, we could
go and have it. Yeah, we could have so many.
We could have O'Brien and Elnor could be technically in the same show.
Yeah,
that would be kind of neat.
I forgot about.
I do think poor Elnor was. I do think poor Elnor was given the short end of the stick, not only with season 2, but the fact he's not going to appear in season 3. I think.
It really was
very disappointing, because I really liked his character.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. What is the time difference between the end of Enterprise and KB Games and stuff, mate? You'll probably have the answer straight away. Between that time period to Strange New World, how long is that gap? 100 years?
It's about
Enterprise
90 to 100 years, yeah.
Enterprise to Star Trek Strange
because
New World.
Because it was the 2057s. So now supposedly, according to a readout that we saw in A Mirror Darkly, Captain Archer dies one day after the christening of the Enterprise.
Okay.
So
christening of the Enterprise, what?
The first Enterprise, the Pike's Enterprise, I should say.
Oh, Archer dies right before that.
Well, he dies. He attends the christening and then passes away the next day.
Oh, wow.
That's the
that's probably April's Enterprise. Yeah.
It's 100
April's
years.
Enterprise, right?
Games, I think, says it's 100 years. It's right, isn't it?
It's
how old
roughly
was
100
McCoy
years.
When we saw him on the first episode of Next Generation?
147 years old.
Yep.
You live to an old age, so
yes.
So yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So
1701.
He's a 1701. He was 1,701 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, interesting. Because the reason I asked that question is that that's fertile ground.
Mm-hmm.
You can put a Starfleet Academy right and smack bang in there.
Yeah.
I still want to see a Star Trek anthology show. You know, something new characters every week, old characters every week, different locations. You know,
the original series is 2260s.
Yep.
Set an episode on Deep Space Nine. Set another episode on Voyager, like the Voyager Lower Decks. You've got that
like
holodeck
a Black
set.
Mirror Star Trek.
Absolutely. Black Mirror meets meets
Star Trek.
Black Mirror meets Star Trek meets The Twilight Zone.
Which they already did that episode, but
they could do like an animated episode every now and again. That's something I would love to see. Is what my idea sucks?
Yeah, what sucks? Mom? Nice, Mom.
No. I think she meant if Chris Pine gets plastic surgery, he'll end up looking like Mickey Rourke.
Oh my goodness.
And then Archer dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he would be like 110 by that point, so
147.
And besides, he doesn't have Porthos anymore. So what's the point of living?
I know.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, my dog's not with me. He's in another country, and I'm missing him terribly.
Did you have to go
What is your dog doing in another country?
He travels.
What's to do with that?
He's a world traveler, unlike his owner.
I am so jealous of your dog right now.
What
country is he in?
Enough to look after the dog?
Does he send you postcards? How does this work?
You want to? I'll send him into the chat.
Business class?
Oh my gosh.
He did fly business class. Yes.
He flies better than I do.
Yeah.
You're kidding, right?
I'm not kidding.
You're not kidding.
No, the dog is like king, man.
My dog gets winded walking across the room.
Oh wow. Wow.
Insane.
Yeah, my dog.
He's looking at me because he's hurt.
Traveling the mountains of Portugal right now.
That's really nuts, hey, but you're here.
Oh my!
And I'm here.
Stuck with us.
I like you guys. You guys
Your
are cool.
dog is way cooler than you are. I'm just gonna say that.
Can we get your dog as a guest on the show? I think he's not highest you at this point.
I already got him a Star Trek uniform, so we're halfway there.
Yes,
as long as he doesn't tear it up.
He was cute. Yeah,
yeah,
cute
thank
dog.
you. Thank you. As long as he doesn't tear it up, we're gonna take a couple pictures together.
Oh my gosh.
But there you go. I mean, that was really the news. Right?
Yeah.
And so I'm calling it out. It was a very underwhelming Star Trek day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying it.
Yeah.
I love Star Trek and I'll continue to love Star Trek. But let's call it how it sees it. We wanted more out of today and we didn't.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, you don't suck,
Thank
sweetie.
you, Cosmic Space Mom.
And now you're picking favorite space, Mom. I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, in her defense, look at me.
Oh, yes. So that majestic.
Yes,
yeah. Your dog travels, but you're not with him.
Does your dog have a passport? That's what I want to know.
Made a choice. And you weren't it.
His occupation is good boy.
Good boy. So my dog does have a passport, but we didn't get it in time because we didn't know how long it would take. And there's a lot.
That is so funny.
And you're right now having flashbacks to Midnight Express. Who taped cocaine around its
yeah. Oh my god, my
that's
dog,
a deep hole. That's a 70s reference. If you get one.
Yeah. My dog's a mule. But yeah, my dog's living the life, man. I tell you.
If your dog was a Chihuahua, it could be Shakes on a Plane.
Oh man, totally.
All right, okay. What did you guys think?
That could be Beverly Hills Chihuahua 4.
I thought it was
yeah, it was underwhelming. Like, yes, it was nice to get dates for some of the shows that we're really looking forward to, especially since
that was the best part.
That was the best part, and the trailers. Some of the trailers were really good because the Picard season 3 looked really good. And me finally getting to see the Titan after what, 20 years? Has it been 20 years since Nemesis? That we were supposed to get.
It's not the same Titan, though. I'm telling you, it's not the same Titan.
Yeah.
It's a different Titan.
Well, still, some type of.
Which I gotta say, I'm digging it. I like the fact that it looks like a beefed up Enterprise A.
Yeah,
I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see. And we didn't get any Enterprise E or Enterprise F teasers. I was a little sad about that.
I hope that they're not psyching us out with that because I will be angry if they don't.
Yeah, I agree. I really hope Worf is the captain of the Enterprise F or whatever. That would be
me
cool.
too.
That would be cool.
until they contradict it canonically, he is, he was the next captain of the Enterprise after Picard.
Yeah.
So until that's contradicted, the books were supposedly canon. So
okay,
we'll see.
Yeah. And I got one more question, but I think we probably should tie it up too. Do we get a Star Trek date in the next few years that announces another Enterprise-focused Star Trek show, but in the future? Odds of that happening. Whole new cast. The next generation.
I would say not for another 7 or 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah, they're gonna wait until Strange New Worlds is done before they do that. I fully think that it's a possibility that we'll see like a Enterprise G, focused show maybe.
Or we can get the J, that weird looking futuristic.
They won't reuse a design that's already been created because they'd have to pay the creator if they did.
It'll be a brand new design.
Yeah, we'll get like the G or the H or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But I want to see more shows based in the post Nemesis timeline.
Yes, me too. And that's what I'm kind of leading to. I want to see more of that. That's why I'll kind of dig about Lower Decks, is we are getting that a little bit. But yeah, I would love to see that, because Federation at this point, I still don't feel like, where's it at? By the time Nemesis is done, the universe is complete disarray, and I don't know if we've been shown a lot of any resolution of some of this stuff. There's a lot of stuff they could dig into.
Yeah, there's tons of story there to be mined. Well, of course, I would also like to see another series based in the the 32nd century as well, because I think there's a lot of stories that could be mined there as well.
32nd and a half
Enterprise era. Oh, look, I think you're right. I think if you could do a show in the 32nd century where you're actually seeing the rise of the Federation again, like it becoming, the power that it once was, I think, that'd be amazing.
Well, I would love to see them revisit other species to see what they're up to. I would die to see Discovery do an episode that involves the Klingons, and just have the Klingons be something completely different than what we're expecting. I like the idea of the Klingons. Yeah, the Klingons becoming, a like spiritual Vulcans. People or something like that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
They're just, they become just snobs. High class, elitists, are all about fashion.
Oh, that would be amazing!
God,
like an entire planet of Klingon, an entire planet of Klingon metrosexuals.
Yes, that's it.
They were putting into dock for the decommission of the Enterprise.
So, like, how about you, Jace? You didn't give us your impression. What did you think before we go about the whole thing? Was it?
I didn't see it. That was my impression.
But all the information you've given
us, I thought killing off the Queen was a bold choice, but
a hell of a way to bring focus to Star Trek, Dave.
I'm kind of your theory. I think that they were prepared to announce Star Trek 4, and then the director left, and they were kind of like, "Oh, what do we do now?" That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah,
because the other problem too is, like, I'm sure they were ready, because I'm assuming Zachary Quinto will be back. We assume the entire cast wants to be back.
Yes,
They've just been focusing on Chris Pine at the moment.
Yeah, well, Chris Pine says he wants to. I mean,
he wants to play for our entire career, and I'm like, I don't want to see another old fat Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
So, like, no offense, Chris Pine, but when you get pudgy, buddy, might be time to lay it down.
No, let him be.
By
pudgy.
that we mean the donuts.
No, let him be pudgy.
Yeah, why do we have to see that again?
Because then
we've already seen the perfection of it.
Because then you'd have Captain Pudgy Dove in Star Trek, and that's all everybody ever wanted. From Jersey. They got to hang it up for those guys. I think they need to close the loop, and they can carry on with their
just
careers.
One more movie, because I'm a fan of the Kelvin movies.
Who's going to be?
Who's going to be
expensive? Kelvin closed out.
Beyond is about. I thought the first one was the best.
No, without question, Beyond is my.
I'm going to go watch it.
Beyond is my favorite as well. I think the first one was clever. Second one was meh. And the third one was just perfection. Loved
because it was a classic Star Trek adventure.
Yes.
It was. And I heard, I don't know how true it is, but I heard that, that's right. Carl Urban is very busy with the boys. And
that's what hiatus is for.
And
not Keith Urban. He's the dude married to Nicole Kidman.
He's busy too.
Singer.
He's very busy.
Mm-hmm. He's busy too.
And Zoe Zelenda, she's also busy doing between Marvel.
She's been down in New Zealand for 75 years trying to get these Avatar sequels.
Yeah, right. They talk about putting on a hiatus. And they didn't.
I think you get all the cast back, but
except for Anton.
What did he say? It was the best. Yes. He just
really? He did. Look at that.
Without question.
Wait, did you agree with that emergency holodeck, Jason?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm alone, man.
You're on your own here, Captain.
You're on
Again.
This mutiny's getting closer by the minute, mate.
2009 was a great movie. I just think that Beyond was more Star Trek-y.
You know why I love 2009? Because of Nero.
Nero was great.
And
Good villain.
we got a great send off for Spock.
Idris Elba was a good villain too.
Idris Elba was a great villain, actually. Yeah, but the only thing I didn't like was it was a nod to Enterprise with having that ship, the Harrington, I think it was.
The Franklin.
The Franklin.
Yeah.
The Franklin. Yeah.
Well, and that bothered you that ship was in rock.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like, what's going on here? I thought it would have been cool if they were just another species. You know what I mean? I wanted it like, oh, this is a new species, and it's being portrayed by Idris Elba. Oh, very cool. And then it was like a surprise. They're humans.
Yeah,
it's like,
Yeah, okay. You felt a little bit let down by that.
Yeah.
And
I also hate Iron Man 3 for the Mandarin letdown. So.
Oh, well, again, opposite, man.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I know. It's fine.
The Mandarin in Iron Man 3 was brilliant. Not only as a twist, but the fact that it made so many people mad.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I ever became a filmmaker, I would be a troll filmmaker, and I would do the same stuff. It would be my purpose to make the audience angry at some point.
Oh, so you'd be Rain Johnson.
Joe, when you saw it, right, in the film, what was your
Iron Man 3?
Iron Man 3.
I was mad.
That's
I was
halfway through the film.
Well, there's two things. My friend was in the movie, so I was like, "Oh, hey, it's my friend." And then when he was like, "Oh, the Mandarin says, oh, I'm Doug. I'm just Trevor. I'm just an actor. I get in front of the green screen. I do a little thing." And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Was my exact words.
But it was brilliant. It was.
I thought it was hilarious.
I got it. It was clever.
Beautiful misdirect.
Yeah, it was.
And because of that, Ben Kingsley not only was able to return in Shang-Chi, and he was brilliant in that.
That was
he's
Marvel
also coming
retconning.
back for Wonder Man.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Currently being produced.
Yes.
He's going to be a big part of that.
Wow. Is he going to be Wonder Man and then fool you?
No. Because he's an actor, and Wonder Man's actor.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Wonder Man. Wow, that's a deep cut. That's going to be interesting. All right, well, before we divulge into two non-Star Trek things.
Yeah.
I just want to thank you for putting up with us for about an hour and diving into all the wonderful things that are going on with Star Trek. I want to thank our lovely co-hosts, That's So Jason and Emergency Holodeck Jason. And if you didn't know, they also run another show called J Skull and the Masters of the Universe.
You are so fired.
This mutiny is happening now.
Yes.
My mom wants Idris Elba back. I think that was the last Star Trek movie my mother and I saw, actually.
Well, it's the only last one they made. But.
Yeah, well, it turns out. But yes, check out their show. You guys just put out an episode of The Power of J Skull,
this morning with Power and J Skull, we were talking about the excellent Master of the Universe revelations, and Jason and I, we dug it. Jason got Leech. Look at Leech.
Yeah, so there's plenty to see here.
Whatever.
There is plenty to see at Spectrum Sanctorum. And join us tomorrow night as we talk She-Hulk. Okay. So, everyone, thank you for joining us for Star Trek Day. Live long and prosper.
I'll just let them know that our Star Trek show next week will be a couple of days late.
Yes, and next week we are having a little temporal vortex, and we'll be a little bit later than that. It is a working suction cup, isn't it, Jason?
Yes, it is.
It's a leech.
It's a leech. It's a leech. Yeah, and thank you for joining us at the end, 5 other people. So we'll see you next week for Star Trek, and tomorrow for that looks like it left a mark. Yeah, that left a mark.
I haven't had a hickey in a very long time.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez. How did you get that? Well, strange, mysterious stranger.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for liking. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell so you can be alerted and you can catch the beginning of the show as opposed to the end of the show. Take care.
See you guys.